Hey, what's up? Eileen here. I just wanted to say thanks for watching this video today. Before we dive in, I want to let you know if you're looking to do 6- and 7-figure days with virtual events, head on over to acceleratemyrevenue.com or click the link in the description and grab a free ticket to our 5-day challenge. You guys ready? Let's dive into today's video. Hey guys, in this episode, I want to talk to you about how you can make more sales using the principle of neuroeconomics. Now, I had never heard of that term, neuroeconomics, but when I was studying about sales psychology and how to make my offers become more irresistible to the listener, I found that there were these research studies that I'm going to show you, but let me give you the gist of it. Neuroeconomics is where we're using language to sell to the emotional parts of the brain and not the logical parts of the brain. Now, if you've ever bought something in the past, what you would find is typically it's an emotional decision. When I was thinking about this, I was thinking about when I bought kind of my dream car. It was like a Mercedes. It's an AMG engine. It's a convertible. It's black, like all of these different things. And they say that when people are trying to make more sales, they're appealing to this emotional side, and then the buyer is then trying to justify the purchase with logic. So basically, I saw ads, I saw magazine pictures, I was Googling, I was seeing all these amazing looking people driving on the coast of Amalfi, Italy, and looking so cool. And basically the emotional parts of my brain, which they described as the amygdala part of the brain is I have to have this. And then the logic part of my brain is oh, okay, yeah, it would be a great idea to purchase this car because I could take sales calls in this car. I could probably get really inspired driving around my hometown in this car. I could take clients out in this car. It became a logical case for justifying the emotional decision. Now, how does this affect you in making more sales? The reason why is because a top mistake that many people come to me before they start working with me is they're trying to sell their offers using logical reasons, using logical language, and let me give you an example of that. They're talking about the pieces in their program, the parts of their program, the modules, the ebooks, the videos, the weekly coaching calls. The more that people are talking about kind of parts of the program or logical reasons why this is helpful for you to buy this thing, they lose sales. Now, why is that? It's interesting. People think that the more they put in an offer, the more things they stuff it full with, the more complex they make it, the more valuable it is. But in actuality, the prospect only cares about one thing. If you're one of my students, I'm like, what do they care about? What's the number one thing they care about? The number one thing they care about is the end result. The end result. So when you're describing your offer, this is crazy, right? The more you talk about what it will feel like when they get blank, what they're going to have in their life when they implement X, when they finally lose the weight, when they finally have endless clients coming in on demand, when they finally have the relationship that they've been craving, what they've been missing their whole life, I like to say it like this, the whoever can paint the prospect into their bright, beautiful future the best wins. So whether that's you or whether that's your competition, whoever is going to paint them, the prospect, into their bright, beautiful future the best, they're the one that's going to win that sale. So the opportunity before us, it's not a challenge, it's an opportunity for us to grow in language patterns that describe a feeling-based end result. That is how we win. Let me give you this quick quote from the UCLA Brain Research Institute. It says, corporate America is hoping brain scanning can help sales. The big question is for neuroeconomics. Research is showing that the limbic system, which governs emotions, often overrides the logical areas of the brain, showing that typical economics is missing deeper sources of motivation rooted in unconscious feelings and interpersonal dynamics. Instead of aiming at consumers' logical decision-making processes, companies could perhaps appeal to the fuzzier side of how people feel about themselves and others around them. So when you start talking about your offer, start to paint the prospect into the bright, beautiful future that they're going to have as a result of being in your program. Anchor their mind on that end result, and do not talk about the modules, the pieces, the parts. Now, am I saying never mention that? No, if the prospect asks more questions about what the delivery looks like, please go into that. But understand, they're buying for one reason only. They're buying because they feel like it. So the more language patterns that you describe, like vacations they're going to go on, describe how their body's going to feel, describe how confident they're going to feel, describe how at ease their home environment is going to be, or what it's going to feel like going on dates with like the love of their life. The more stories and visual imagery you put in your offer, the more sales you're going to make. I want to close with this scripture from Proverbs 29:18. And most people have heard this scripture before because it says, without vision, the people perish. Without vision, the people perish. But there's another translation called the Amplified where it says, where there's no vision, the people are unrestrained. Meaning where somebody isn't painting a bright, beautiful future, people are just all over the place. They're not laser focused. They have usually no kind of focused action, no discipline. They're unrestrained because they have no vision. But if a salesperson like you and me shows up and paints a vision of what someone's life could be like as a result of getting this thing, getting this program, getting this system finally implemented in their life, if somebody shows up with that kind of vision, that person now is putting on restraints. That person is now putting on laser focus, putting on motivation. And they're going to move forward with their life because that salesperson served them at the highest level by painting them into their bright, beautiful future. Hope you got a lot out of this episode. I'd love to hear what you think inside the reviews. If you have any questions, please pop them in there. I would love to answer your question in an upcoming episode. Take heart, guys. Remember, the world needs what you alone have to offer. Hey, thanks for watching the video today. I know there's a lot of videos here on YouTube, and we just wanted to say thank you for your attention and for investing in your business. Don't forget to subscribe so I can keep you encouraged on the latest tips and tricks on how to grow your business to 6 and 7 figures and beyond. If you'd like to dive deeper in how to crush it with virtual events, head on over to Accelerate My Revenue or click the link in the description below. Don't forget, the world needs what you alone have to offer. Don't forget to subscribe so I can keep you encouraged. Go after your dreams. I'll see you in the next video.